Lyle Menendez has been denied parole by a California Parole Board. The decision came late on August 22nd after his hearing lasted more than 11 hours. This comes one day after his younger brother, Erik Menendez, was denied parole after the board determined he still posed a, quote, unreasonable risk to society and should not be freed. Now, both Erik and Lyle will be eligible for parole in 3 years. All of this comes 3 months after a Los Angeles judge resentenced the brothers to 50 years to life, making them eligible for parole in the 1989 murder of their parents, Jose and Kitty Menendez. In the 90s, the brothers were convicted of first-degree murder after 2 trials. Prior to their paroles being denied, Access Hollywood spoke with attorney and legal analyst Misty Maris about their parole hearings.
Something that was surprising to everyone was the results of the parole board's risk assessment report. For the entirety of this case, we'd heard the defense say the Menendez brothers were model prisoners. They helped so many people behind bars. They truly were rehabilitated. But then the results of the risk assessment came out, and they were deemed a moderate risk. The reason? Because they didn't follow the rules behind bars. And if you don't follow the rules behind bars, it's unlikely you'll follow the rules when you're on the outside. So the parole board, in doing the risk assessment, identified issues such as illegal cell phones, drug use, and also helping other prisoners commit tax fraud. All of these factors went against the Menendez brothers in the resentencing hearing. They will also be factors in their upcoming parole hearing. There's currently several different avenues to freedom. Of course, now we know the resentencing hearing, a positive result, they have the opportunity to seek parole. But that means the parole board now takes over the case. The parole board process is much different than the resentencing hearing. It's based on different factors. The factors the parole board will look at: the nature of the crime, behavior behind bars, whether or not they've been rehabilitated. But the primary focus is on whether they are a risk to society if they were to be released. Now, the parole board isn't just a judge, it's a panel of 3, and majority rules on that panel. So they have to convince, through their lawyers, through witnesses, who will be their family members who support their release, corrections officers, psychologists, all of these people will be involved in that proceeding. And they have to convince the parole board that they are not a risk if they were to be released. If the parole board were to deny their request, they're still parole eligible, but they won't get a new hearing for 3, 5, 10, or 15 years. It's up to the parole board when they believe, using resources behind bars to rehabilitate, they will be in a position to be eligible for parole again. So there's a lot involved in the process, and it doesn't come without risk. It's by no means a guarantee.